That's not a bus. That's not a bus.
It's mods and ends. No sugar, no grains. Doing pretty good. I'm down 15 pounds or so. Had a bit of a beer drinking weekend, had a couple of beers. So that takes me out of ketosis, so I didn't lose a lot of weight. But back on the train, back going down. And just getting ready for the wedding, which is this weekend. So that's awesome. Next is the construction starts this month. We met with the contractor. He's good to go. We laid out all of our details, our contract plans, everything, and we're go time coming up here. So that is super awesome. I can't tell you how excited Leia and I are about this addition. It's gonna be one of the interesting dichotomies that Leia and I get into is the whole child raising, single income family type of thing. And you know, we hit the books every once in a while and redo the numbers and say like, hey, you know, is it more profitable to just have Leia stay home? Don't have to pay for daycare, don't have to pay for this, that, and the other, and kids are with their mom, etc. Well, there is one school that Leia's kind of fallen in love with. It's a Montessori school that's kind of close to our house, closer than the daycare that Ben currently goes to. Leia will do a better job of explaining it, but Montessori is this style of teaching that is very reality-based. It's about learning the world around you. They do lots of tool manipulation, like household tools, cooking utensils, math, but math in terms of like things related to size and scope and feel and touch and resistance and practical science-y type stuff. Very interesting style of learning. Very what I would say hippy-dippy. It's definitely in that gradient. So we're supposed to go, Leia and I are supposed to go to a parenting class at this school tonight, and I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how I'm gonna react to it. So we're here, but there's very few people actually in the parking lot or anything. I don't know what to think. Is this a trap?
Yes, Josh, I'm trapping you at a Montessori school. So we just finished the parenting class?
Yes, on the topic of raising an emotionally intelligent child, right?
EQ.
EQ. Which is, by the way, all the rage in large corporations and management style and et cetera, of how to kind of, it's funny, why don't we start from the beginning? The beginning of the class is very much a new agey kind of thing.
I thought that I would have just lost you when they started talking about visualization and spiritual psychology and things like that. I was like, oh, this is over.
And the problem was we had to like draw a picture to represent our family and all these words that we wanted to like emphasize, etc. The problem is that we were all supposed to engage in this, but I ended up being the person for our couple because you had Edison.
Right.
So I'm on my own. I'm like, wow,
well,
this is some really, yeah, but I'm the one that had to draw the stuff and pretend like I was engaged.
And you drew some really beautiful stuff.
I was totally just phoning it in.
I thought that was lovely.
I'm sure. Well, anyway, okay, so it started off with like two, you know, guided yoga-ish type things, guided meditation things.
It's visualization.
Understand, this class is an hour and a half. If you're putting that much time in a yoga thing, like, or a guided meditation thing, that's a lot. That's a lot. And then there's like, you wake up in the morning and you put your feet on the ground. And what was in my mind when she was talking about that? What was it? You know it was in my mind. The first thing you do in the morning, your feet touch the ground, you put your feet on the carpet. What am I thinking in my head?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm thinking about something very prolific in my life. It's a tradition.
You're thinking about making your coffee?
No. Okay, anyway. Question of the day. If you know what I'm thinking about, you first thing in the morning, you slide off the bed, you put your feet on the ground, what is that visual, that image that comes to your mind? That the thing that, anyway, some of you will get it, hopefully. Question of the
Did
day.
your video post?
No, well, that is one thing. No, it's not about me. It's like a concept. Anyway, somebody will probably get it. If not, I'll tell you tomorrow. So it was this whole hippy-dippy kind of thing, and hippy-dippy in the best way possible, the best of intentions. But then it got into the actual emotional intelligence part of the class, and that was interesting because it's basically acknowledge what the kid's going through. Like Edison's crying, and so say, Edison, I notice you're crying, but for Ben, obviously.
Right.
No, I should have went. Oh no, we're good. And then once you have acknowledged him, kind of walk through the, oh, is it because you're blank, tired, upset, angry, hungry, etc. And start having that dialogue with the kid, and doing it over and over and over is supposed to increase their ability to understand emotions and be able to kind of solve their own problems. At least that's what the study said.
It becomes reacting, instead of reacting emotionally, they can start to reason through their emotions.
Right, instead of just responding, they can hopefully think about it.
Right.
And then the last thing was, okay, now that you've figured out what it is that's the catalyst of the problem, how do you solve it? Creative solutions is what they said, which we didn't get to dive into. This was an introduction class. So, I hope you're happy.
There's no way we can do this again. Not with how young Edison is.
You can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home.
Okay. Thanks.
Hi. Hello. Anyway, so the class today reminded me a lot of the baby version of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Wait, it's Carnegie. Carnegie is the actual business dude. Carnegie is the author.
I got my water.
Anyway, you got your water?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So basically, this book's all about figuring out what drives people, what their catalysts are, what motivates them, what interests them, what their passions are. And then, you know... Okay, whoa, careful. So basically what this book's about is, once you've figured out what drives people and emotionally charges them, that you...
Exploit it.
Behave in... Yeah, it's kind of manipulative and kind of exploitive, but you behave in a way... So the idea is, once you have figured out what the motivations are of man, you compliment that motivation or give them praise or something like that. Same thing for little ones, basically, except you do a lot more hand-holding. You walk them into what's the passion or the drive or the catalyst of the issue. You lead the witness, if you will, until you find what the problem is, and then you try and empathize and then find a solution that is both with structure without bending and giving in, and also not caught, making them understood that they're heard. It makes sense. But that's exactly what I was thinking of when I heard them talk, was this book. So read this book and then think about, if you had to use this book to a child, how would you handle it? You'd soften it a lot, you'd be a lot calmer, you'd walk them through the process of figuring out what it is that drives them, and then you exploit it.
Bend them to your will.
Bend them to my will.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're gonna think it's funny.
Alright guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. End of the video, and this is what we call a trailer. It's where I ask you, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see my day-to-day vlogs, hit subscribe. And if you want, I've got a whole playlist with over 700 videos just talking about stuff that you just watched. So if you enjoy all of that, go check that out too. I really appreciate you coming. Comment below. I engage with everybody, and thanks a lot.